Settling without previously prepared supplies was a tiny bit rough, but fortunately for me, the local slavers and traders guild were very happy to share their ration packs with me. As I said before, the big things turned out to be helpful. By the way, I don't know what happened here, but all I can say is that Beep was saved.
Okay, it's got a little kick.
With Gary full of loot, I visited the scrap house and was confused multiple times before finding the entrance. Sold the goods, got research artifacts and decided to visit the city across the bridge. It was the first time I was in this location, so I was really surprised to see a unique recruit Sadnil sitting in a bar. I decided him joining my group would benefit his CPU state, so he's now our ally. I also couldn't resist the urge to see what skeletons drink in a bar. It turns out they order biofuel and circuit boards as snacks. Sadnil accompanied Zesty to a nearby lost armory, where security spiders abused the latter hard enough to glitch through a wall. Twice. Among the loot, I found a few very cool weapons. You'll later notice that I gave one of those weapons to Beep, since I did not understand how heavy weapons and weight works in this game, forcing the poor guy to swing a 25 kilograms behemoth. When we returned, I queued more research, pushed back a blood raid and saved Beep from slavery again. I understand he is irresistible, but really, hands off my baby!
Ladies, come on.
Went to another lost armory, got a masterwork chain shirt and some limbs, queued more research, went to Black Scratch to trade and get a replacement right leg for Crumble John. I decided my main fighters need a bit of practice, so we headed towards the labs in the east, but we were jumped by a noble with a samurai escort a few times. It's also my first time in this game seeing the nobility, and I must say they look so odd with their colorful outfits. Eventually we reached the destination, which proved abundant in resources. On the way back I noticed OBS changed my sound settings and the whole recording didn't have a soundtrack, so I got distracted and didn't get the footage of another noble ambushing me. Upon returning, we unloaded the ton of supplies that went into building and crafting, expanded the base, grabbed Beep and headed for the smuggler's bar in hopes of finding Miu there. She was missing, I also didn't get my missing farming supplies, so we headed straight for Shark. Fortunately for me, Miu was waiting patiently, and since we were already so far away from my outpost, I decided to go to the grid and loot workshops. Then I got bored and switched to playing The Sims. Wait, what? Opened a shop, gathered everyone and finally went to the Tower of Abuse. As you can see, by then I switched Zesty's weapon and oh my god, does he pack a punch with it. Very recently I saw a YouTube short about how Screamer the False indicates the existence of Screamer the True, but he was scrapped off from the game files. In that video, the creator compares the body types of headless thralls to the NPC and shows the boxes full of discarded heads, and it turns out that Screamer the True and the False share some appearance traits. What I've noticed though is that Agnu also shares the same body type, but his head was clearly replaced, which also explains why he has his unnatural buff for perception instead of heavy weapons like the rest of his kind. Maybe Agnu is the current Screamer? He does scream after all. Or maybe I'm just a bit cuckoo. Anyway, I was visited by the Traders Guild who apparently wanted to shop, but since they didn't purchase anything, they had to get reprimanded. During that, Beep lost his leg, and although I looted some robotic limbs, none of them were for the right side, so it was very unlucky. Next up, disrupting slavery to recruit Bo.